Hi everybody, Corrie here, coming in to do my weekly vlog. I do have two, you're going to see two come out at once. Once was for the 22nd and it was to go into this week as well, but this one is coming through. And as I'm recording this one, I find myself in the energy, in the energy of being not myself personally, but that resentful feeling. And I feel like that's in the universe, like it's in the energy that's out there. There's a lot of um, resentful energy today. This is Monday, January the 25th, and I hope this makes sense to you as it comes out. And please remember that these channel messages are forecast readings. They're forecasted energy that's showing up. So on Tuesday, I believe it is, there's a conjunction, and that conjunction is like a big day, and it's like a big win. And I know a lot of spiritual healers and readers and stuff right now are kind of in that utopia energy of things are going great, we're just getting in a turnaround, and that's beautiful and wonderful. I am a mystic and a channel. So I channeled through kind of head of the energy, asking what is that is needed that's of the highest good, and what can you give me that's going to be of service to to the highest good. And it's recognizing the truth in the energy and not allowing our egos to ever be involved in the sessions. And so I'm just like the room looks a little bit like a tornado went through. But that's a little bit like the energy right now. It's like when storms start to settle, when storms start to calm, is that it's there is a lot of we should have did this, this could have happened, this could have taken place if we had only done this, if we had only done that. Like that kind of energy starts to come up. So it's like when fight or flight brain settles down, when we get out of fight or flight brain, and I can tell you, no wise decisions are ever made in fight or flight. Never. And so we're seeing a lot of the choices and decisions that kind of are made within the universe that have been made in the past, I want to say the past 4 or 5 years even, have been out of fight or flight mode. And and they come at a cost. And when they come at a cost, we recognize that some of the things that has cost us has taken us so far away from self. And that's what I'm seeing is that we've come so far away from self in a lot of ways. And we want to be able to bring that energy back. So where we feel as if we're feeling resentful, and if you find yourself in that energy, you feel like you're feeling like a little bit spiteful, like you're a little bit angry, and you don't know why you're angry. That is why it's like it's huge, and it's absorbing into us. It's almost like being dipped in a toxic bath, and we think, oh well, we were already in a toxic bath. Well, we were, but we never got out. And that's the thing. It's like we never got out. And I think I spoke in the last channel message that I did about the dirty bath water, about having a whole family and one person gets the clean water. And then, when there's no running water, everybody gets in the same bath water. And by the time the last person gets in, it's cold and everyone's like, yay, we got a bath today. But the bath today only was good for the person who got the first bath, or maybe the second person too. But after that, it was just a dirty bath. You didn't really get clean. And that's kind of where we are in the energy. It's like, yeah, yeah, you might have poured new water. You might have, it might have started that way. And it benefits one or two groups, or it benefits one or two people. But the people that it benefits are the ones that fought the hardest for it and convinced everybody else of it through fear stories. So we have a lot of that energy happening. And to be very aware and very cautious of your own inner peace. And is it you that's really resentful, or is it you that is the effects of a of the world being in such fight or flight for so long? And so recognizing even in your own personal relationships, that is my relationship really being affected? Am I really truly feeling this way within in my relationship? Am I taking what I'm absorbing out in the world out on the people around me? So the person that poured the bath water for you, the people that try to nurture and care for you are not the ones that are responsible, or not. It's not that not responsible. Okay, so it's not that they're not responsible, but it's like they're doing the best that they can. And so there's areas where you look at the people in your lives that are doing the best they can. Your people that are in your community. let's bring this home and back into us and back into our communities, back into the community of us and being, it's like show yourself grace, be kind, and really look at the fact that you hear a lot of times running out. You need to do this now. And even look in your emails, look in your list of the emails that you receive from people. Oh my God, you need to do this now. Get on this now. Do this now. We have been conditioned to the fear story. And we've been conditioned that we're running out of time. We've been conditioned that and we've been conditioned to be fearful. If I don't get in here now, I'm going to miss being a part of the group. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss that. And oh my God, what if I miss my opportunity? What if I miss out? And then this world is holding me up. And so all of that is leaving us with resentful feelings. But because we feel like we're under constant pressure, we feel like we have to perform. We feel like we need to do this now. We feel like we have to be the best mother, the best husband, the best partners, the best, you know, it's like the best wives. It's like we feel like we have to do all of this right now and be the absolute best that we can. But it's like we can't do that when we're in dirty energy. We can't do that when we're still in this energy. And so, because we are not out of the woods, and it's the truth, we are not out of the woods. As much as there's this whole belief system is utopia, oh, it's all good. Well, no, it's not. Because if it was all good, we'd all be sitting comfortable knowing that where our next dollar is coming from, where the next paycheck's coming from. And we don't live that way. That is not our existence. And we never know. But when we feel safe, when we're out of the fight or flight, when we calm ourselves back down, when we can get there, then we see the collateral damage that is done. We see what we acted like. We see where we've been an asshole. We see where we've been attacking each other. And I find it a really funny experience to be watching and to be observing some of the things that when I watch other pages or watch people, you know, go under the attack when they were in fight or flight. And now they're calming and now they're watching somebody else and they're like, well, I was, I was to support you and now you're behaving like this. Well, you just behaved like that. Well, there's that mirror reflection, but when you're out of it, you have to remember somebody else is going into it. So have compassion for where somebody else is in their energy right now? And so we have to know that this energy hasn't cleared because there's still a lot of dirty in the world. And there's still a lot of manipulation. There's still a lot of, and like I said, if we all stop even spreading the fear amongst our own self, and because we are conditioned, because we're caught in the commercialized life, is that we've been commercialized, we've been conditioned to be to sell business and to sell ourselves as a business in a big way. It's like time's running out. Get in here now. Do this right now. This is your last day. This is your last moment. This is your last opportunity. All the times that we do that, we are triggering the people that we are trying to help. I don't want to be triggering people. And so, a lot of my work right now, and where I've really truly put my focus, is to operating from reprogram, reconditioning from this present state, but not just in mindful meditation or mindful connection. It is in recognizing the essence of not not working people off. And so we even do that as parents. We get children, come on, you gotta get going. We're gonna be late. Creating moments and be able to improve our moments. I have an opportunity that's going to be happening. And this opportunity you may want to enter. If this feels like it is for you, see how much softer that is? It's time for us to start softening, soften ourselves, come back home to us, find peace within us. And when we find peace within us, we start to speak more peaceful in the world. We start to live more peaceful. So I even have a hard time even being out there right now. And I'm like, I can't be calm and I can't conform to that energy. So that's where you're finding yourself is that, look at what is happening around you before you believe that it's actually you. That's what I want to tell you. Because we are bringing back through the energy of what I'm being told, we're bringing back own free will, common sense, the ability to think. Um, and that's not to say that in a way that's a judgment. Common sense meaning I think I'll sit with this and read this through. because I ultimately know, even if an email tells me it's the last chance, that there possibly will be another chance. And if it's not with that person, well, maybe it's another person. My world is not going to end because I decided to wait. And so finding that within my own self, in my integrity, making sure that as my work becomes evolving, is that I approach it that way. I'm approaching my personal life that way. I'm approaching the whole essence of this because it's all about this whole flowing this energy out. But it's about the acceptance. It's about I do not accept that I live that limited life. I do not accept that fearful energy. I do not accept that I have to be in fear of even within my own relationship or my own home, my own house. I do not live with the acceptance that I accept this whole outside energy, but I do accept. I accept that this is where we are and that some of this is out of our control and the behavior and the actions of a lot of people are really truly out of control. And that's truth. And I accept. And so there's these places where you start to look at what am I accepting in and what am I going to be caught in. And so my admiration of imposter light, I call it, my admiration and my respect for for myself has drastically improved. And that's a huge thing is that really truly respect yourself before you give all of your respect away to somebody else. Inspire you before you allow yourself to be inspired by another. Find that inspiration, find that peace, find that, bring it home to you. It is so important, so important. I'm happily here to share my stories. I'm an everyday girl, everyday woman. I'm an everyday woman, just like my cards, the everyday goddess. I'm an everyday person. I'm not anything spectacular. I share my wisdom, I share my knowledge. I'm a channel, and that's a gift. And because of these gifts that I have and the ability and why I'm where I am was not because I was inspired to be this. It was because it started to appear in my life when the universe knew that other parts of me were going to start to shut down, like the use of my legs, the to be able to stand to do my old job for any length of time. And because I did this in my old work, this was already in the plan, and so this was already destined for me based on that and my ancestry, and so it's taking that ownership and accountability, and to just know you cannot give away what you don't own. And when you own your shit, when you own your your own responsibility and stuff and how you're contributing to the fear story, when you own that, then you have an opportunity to give it away. You have an opportunity to get rid of it and say, I have the opportunity to now change that. And that's what we're doing right now. And that's what I'm doing in my personal life. That's why you don't see me so much in my public. I am coming back, just rearranging my life, my schedule. I'm not doing so much in personal sessions, and I'm taking a step in respecting myself to know that I'm not going to live a life in fight or flight or desperation, and I'm not going to be desperately seeking to be the attention or anything else. I'm honored to have the world to have people in the world follow me. I'm honored to do this work. I'm honored to live this life. I'm honored and I am blessed. And there's such gratitude and such love. And I hope that my living in my highest good and doing the best that I can um, to be kind and to be full and generous will be enough. And right now in the world, I don't think it is enough because that's not what people are seeking and searching. We're still caught up in the glitz, the glamour, the anger, the whole who's yelling the loudest. And I don't want to be there. I've killed my throat trying to get people to listen. And and it doesn't matter. What matters is that you truly start to breathe through, let go of the resentment, let go of the fear stories, let go and start accepting that I have the opportunity to make the change. And the change starts with us. So just know that everybody is where they are depending on where they got dipped in that fresh water. And if they're last and they're getting the dirty water, then they have a right to feel a little bit like they've been cheated. And we need to appreciate that not appreciated, sorry. We need to honor that and accept that that's where people are. And everybody's in a different story and everybody's in a different life. And no one's walking your shoes and you're not walking in anyone else's. So letting go of judgment and just know that we can make own changes in our own personal life, in our own relationships. And let's start living more healthy thoughts from a better place. And even if you're a business, start changing your attitude. Start changing that sense of trying to pick me, pick me, pick me. Let's be us. Let's be those that show up into the world to do the right thing for ourselves. You all have a beautiful week. You